Uh, General Provisions, Article Number 1, relation with the United Nations Convention, yes, against transnational organized crime. Hmm. Now, apply mutus mutandis, yes, to this protocol unless otherwise provided therein, yes. Now, the purpose of this protocol are to prevent and combat trafficking in persons, paying particular attention to women and children, to protect and assist the victims of such trafficking with full respect of their human rights, yeah, and to promote cooperation among the state parties in order to meet those objectives. Yes. Now, the trafficking in my five sons, where you use the judicial system to accomplish that. Yeah, each and every nation that offers asylum, they probably have signed on to this international convention against organized crime. Oh, the transnational organized crime. And as the individual that's being persecuted right now, hmm yeah, I'm going to sue them. Now, I'd really like you to enforce the laws. Yes. And I feel confident that my sons will get an education. Yes. Because every nation of the world that receives my application for asylum, I'll inform them of the fraud of taking children from their parents without any due process, the trafficking of them to Jefferson County so that they could play football. Yes, when you ignored what I told you that they're in the wrong grades, I'm going to want to use that United Nations, yeah, International Criminal Courts, yes. And I'm going to want all that money for myself. Hell. Now, is well, I know it's difficult for you to understand this, but these conventions have to be enforced. See, it seems that the state auditor's office, I kind of looked through your financial disclosure as a county. Yeah, you don't have much in assets. You were saying, well, we don't have $2 billion. True. But it looks like you have a lot of sense. Yes. In fact, when you look at the audited reports of each and every county, it seemed odd that your financial statement only included the cents. Yes. When the rest of the figures didn't include cents. Now it's one of these where somebody said, "Well, I can own the county and I can't do anything about it." True. But my thought is I'm going to sue you for the fraudulent audited reports that you've been submitting to the state auditor. Yes. Because you don't include cents. See, you just you round it to the nearest over or under dollar. Yeah. And just looking at your financial statement, oh, for some reason, yeah, it is in thousands, right? But you only include the cents. Yeah. See, 6,604,722. Yeah. But you put this, yeah, in bold, and then you did include the cents in one of the categories of actual assets. Now, when all the other figures don't have any cents on them, yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense that you were including the pennies. Oh. Your top secret way of using your audited financial results, yes, to pay your family a payroll out of the taxation of those, yes, that pay property taxes, yes, sales tax, yes, and tax on electricity. Now, I'm going to want to go through all the audited reports, and anytime I see anything dot, yes, I would say that it's fraudulent. See, right here you have governmental activities, yes, general government, expenses, services, ooch, public safety, utilities, transportation, economic environment. All of this is in thousands for the year ended December 31st, 2013. Yes. But what is really weird, yes, in the total, yeah, that's where you decide to include the pennies. Yeah. Now, more than likely right now, it's fraud. Ouch. And I'm going to sue you for it. So you can contact each and every state auditor, yes, and the financial results of each and every city and county of this great nation. Because every time I find any fraud, I'll sue you. Now, yesterday at the study room, I asked you to get those auditors. Yes, because it seems like they don't understand the necessaries of audited results. You just do not include the cents, as in it made no sense. Now, for a little county that only has 200 and approximate $25 million in assets, yes, I did notice the taxation. Yes. See, total government activities and then business type activities. The electric utility is making $35 million a year. Yes. Mhm. Then you have the water utility, the wastewater utility, solid waste collection utility, solid waste transfer utility. Yeah. And stormwater utility, conservation utility, and then that ambulance service called Medic One. Yes. I did read about them. You know, when I took the ambulance from the Serenity House, yes, I had an emergency room visit. Yes. Maybe Paul, the ambulance EMT that was there, that turned the oxygen off once I got in there. I was concerned because when I entered into the actual emergency room, it seemed that the doctor said there was a problem. Oh, I almost died 2 days later when you stopped my lungs. Now, when we go through the actual physicians of Olympic Medical Center right now, I'm going to want to know who it is that gets the free ambulance service that's paid for out of the taxation of the population. And then I'm going to want to know those that are billed for the use of an ambulance. Because I thought for sure that being a homeless man, yes, when you charged me that $800 for the ambulance ride from the homeless shelter to the emergency room, I was going to go to collections for that. Pooh! And when I find out that the taxation of the county's paying for an ambulance service where I wouldn't have been charged for it, yes, I did feel like I was being discriminated against. Ouch! Ouch! So why don't you get me the employees of both the ambulance services? In fact, every ambulance service, yes, in every city and county of the United States.